Hello friends, welcome to my channel Latest Andro, and I am happy that you are here. Let's start our tutorial. So in the previous day I am already told you about the concept how to apply styles and themes in an activity to use it like as a dialog box. So that method to use an activity as a dialog box is like as a inefficient, because an activity has a huge space or huge data, huge variables, huge methods. That's why an activity can take more space in your Android mobile phone. That's why I recommend you to use this dynamic dialog box. So Android supports two kinds of dynamic dialog box. One is AlertDialog Box and another one is what is that, or what is that, progress dialog box. So first of all, you need to know about the concept of dynamic. Dynamic means what? That dialog box loads by the code dynamically, by your code. It is not recommended to use another contents or another view object by using a component here in our layout file activity underscore main.xml. So we can't use this concept to add an view object for a dialog box. We just load this dialog box using this main activity.java file or the Java code. So first of all, here is two kinds of dialog box. One is AlertDialog Box. I am creating an object here, and view. I am creating a view here. Suppose a button which loads the AlertDialog Box and whose ID is like Android ID btn1, and whose caption is like Android text, suppose alert dialog, and suppose another button which is responsible to load progress dialog. So see my friends, btn2, and I am going to caption it like as Android text, suppose progress dialog. Okay my friends, so let's move to the main activity.java file, means our backend language. So let's focus it. I am going to create the two object of that two views, means two button btn1 and another one btn2, and I am enter the button class package, import the button class package here like as android widget dot button, import android widget dot button, then you can use this button class. Okay my friends, so let's create these two objects btn1. I am using the method called find view by id, which is the method of this superclass app compat activity. So now I am going to fetch the id from this resource layout, from this layout, and where the id is present. Basically this id, the content in the previous day I am already told you that the resources are mainly stored in the class file called r class file. So I am fetch the id from that r. So r dot id dot btn1 means the id btn1 that you represent in this layout in button tag is stored into the id class, id variable, stored into the id variable of R class file. Okay my friends, so let's fetch it from this R class file where the id of btn1 is stored. So I am convert this. So this method, this find view by id method returns an object, returns an address. That's why this btn object can reference it. So I am convert this address pointer type as button type, because our aim is to convert this returned pointer into the button type. So I am also create another button object here, and now I am set the button one listener. When you click on this listener, I am already set it in my code, okay, by passing an object of the interface called view.onClickListener. So when you click on it, then Dalvik virtual machine calls the corresponding object which you passed here, that object's on click method by corresponding to your event. If you click on if you scroll it, then DVM calls the corresponding objects scroll method on scroll, like that. So here is no scroll method, then it returns back, then it do not work here. So my friends, let's see, in this on click event I am going to create another method called show dialog window. I am going to create this method, main activity under private void show dialog window by passing an argument 0. Why 0? Because I am choosing 0 variable for alert dialog and 1 variable for progress dialog. So let's set the another btn object, button object, that is btn2. Set this btn2 another button objects listener, on click listener. So here this pass the 1 when the click event occurs under this second button object for progress dialog. So I am going to use the switch case here, switch case concept for specific case where I choose. So case 0 is for what? Alert dialog. So let's create a builder of that alert dialog. Means if you want to create a building in your hometown, in your home, then you need to call a builder. Like that, here I also create a builder to build my dialog, that is m builder. Suppose I name it that builder as m builder 1 new alert dialog dot builder, like this, and I am pass this location. Means if you going to, if you are going to your builder that to make your building, then builder can ask you that where the building should be made, should I made, where the building should I made, the address is asked by that builder. Then you need to pass this, means these main activity objects address. Okay, so let's see my friends. Now I am going to specify that builder, the architecture of that buildings to that builder. Means suppose that I want to create two bedroom, one kitchen and one dining room, then we need to implement the whole architecture what I want to do to make in our building. We need to implement this to our builder. Like that I want to create a title like the set title. We need to use set title method for said about the title. Like this I am set here as food menu, suppose that, and suppose your builder want another question, that is your icon, like that. Friends, I am going to use this sample.png icon in my app or application dialog box. Okay my friends, so let's copy this by right clicking here, copy, just click on the copy and then paste it into that drawable, under this drawable directory. So right click here and click on the paste. Okay my friends, so and click on OK and name it as I am name it as sample.png suppose. So let's see my friends, my project is already building here. Okay, so this is my sample.png. I am build it as clean project. So next I need to pass that image into the set icon method. So this image is located under these resources. So these resources information is loaded or is located by the r.class file. So I need to implement this r.drawable. Drawable means what? Under this drawable class, which is located in the r.class. So r.drawable dot my file name, that is sample. Next you need to implement another things, that is you should know that a dialog box can contain two buttons. One is positive button and the another one is negative button. Positive buttons click some operation and negative button dismiss it. Suppose you are going to close your application, then a dialog box comes to your screen like that, confirm to exit. Okay, that OK button is the positive button and the cancel button is the negative button. Cancel button just dismiss that dialog, but OK button needs a change and also dismiss itself. So I am creating here a positive button like this, set positive button, and caption it like is suppose OK button. See my friends, this is OK, and I am pass it here the listener. When I click this button, then what should it do? That is passed by an object listener. So that is dialog interface dot on click listener, and when the click event occur under this positive button, then DVM calls this method on click by passing two argument, dialog interface and an integer variable, integer parameter or argument, what you say. Because this is the method of dialog interface. This on click method is working here as a dialog interface method. So that's why this should be passed here. But here you need not do in this on click, because this is a button on click. When you click on the button, this operation is done, this on click operation is done. That's why DVM only pass the view object, that is not the object of an dialog box. That's why it only pass this view, because this is a view object. Okay my friends, so let's do some operation like that. Toast dot make text. Toast is basically used to show a message into your screen. Suppose you logging into your Facebook app, then you see that in the below of your screen a message is displayed that login successfully, that is called a toast box. So I also use a toast here. So toast dot make text, I am going to use a set a text here under this toast, and at last I am going to show this toaster. Okay, so let's pass the activity where it toast, where it should be toast, my main activity. That's why I am passed the main activity class object, that is this is inside this main activity. That's why I pass this keyword, so this object. Okay, and then you need to set a text like as OK is clicked, CK is clicked, and then you need to implement in which time, means in what time, how many times the text will be displayed under this toaster. So if it is short, then hardly, you see it here that hardly equal to 0, means so hardly 2 seconds. Okay, hardly 2 seconds this will be displayed in your activity. So now friends, cannot resolve make text. So what is the reason here, why it tells like that, toast dot length short? Because, oh sorry my friends, because in this section this keyword is not working. Why? Because it should not locate it in which object I need to pass. So we need to pass the get base context. Okay my friends, then you see that this error is gone. Base context means this base class context, app compare activity, that is the base class context should be passed here, because this is in the dialog interface. This method set positive button is in the base context. That's why, and this is passed in the dialog interface. That's why you need to pass the get base context. So let's see. I want we are going to create another button, that is negative button. So I replace it here, negative button. I am passing here and set this caption as cancel. So let's see my friends, I am change it as cancel. Cancel is clicked. Okay my friends, so like that. Then what we need to do, we need to create create this dialog by calling the create method. Means after telling the basic description what I am going to create my home or my building into the to the builder, then I am I am tell him that I want to create that types of building by command him that I by create method. Okay, so let's discuss. Then we need to show the whole process, so show the whole dialog. So after ordering my builder to create that building, okay my friends, then a plan should be created, a drawing, a plan of the whole building. What I want to do, a plan is a drawing. That object should be created and that object should be passed to my builder. That's why he can build it by object. So we need to create this object. So that building name is AlertDialog type. So AlertDialog dialog, I name this object as dialog1 equal to so like this, and dot create means this create method creates the whole plan into a manuscript, right, and is responsible for to create this object. And by creating this object, now the builder can implement this whole building, means here as a AlertDialog. So my coding is complete and I am going to run this project. So please see. Oh my friends, I am implementing this. I am forgot to implementing this position here. That's why it makes this position coincide into the same position, button 1 and button 2. So I need to arrange these two button here. So see me friends, I am going to create it here, modify it the linear layout, and I am going to add it and draw it orientation vertical. So don't worry about these two things. I can implement these two things in the next tutorial when we learn about the concept of view groups. Now my friend, I am going to run my project. See my friends, my project is run here as build running. एक क्लास